What's up, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of the Toy Room Renovation right here on the Slam Sessions on YouTube. I'm your host, Albert Albanese. If I sound a little bit off today, that's because I'm recording this Monday after WrestleMania, where I attended WrestleMania Night 1, and this is the result of my screaming throughout the entire night. So if you heard somebody screaming extremely loud for Finn Balor during the tag team title match, that's probably where my voice went. What can you do, right? But we're going to power through because we have a huge episode this week. Not only did I get a bunch of amazing purchases that all fell into my lap directly at the same time, but I also have to now do a complete renovation of my toy room. So usually we start off with the purchases. But this week, what I want to do is I want to start off with showing you guys what I have been up to because things are changing. So we're going to take a walk here, and we're going to take a look behind me, where the top of my dresser, which used to house a few other figures, is now empty. All this is pretty much empty, except for right here. The Macho Man stuff is still here, so this is going to have to move eventually, and I have an idea of what I'm going to do with it. The Macho Man sculpture and this other Macho Man stuff is going to have to come down. I know I kind of know where I'm going to put it. Corey Graves as well. I have an idea of what I'm going to do with him as well, based on one of my other purchases this week. So this is all going to eventually have to come down because things, as I said, are changing, and all of these Hasbros/retros are going to be coming down, and they're going to be going up on top of that dresser. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Are they all going to be able to fit? Well, we're going to find out, because due to one of my other purchases, I have to make a little bit of a change in how I'm displaying things. So it's a very interesting coincidence that not only did I have to kind of move all of these around because of that purchase, but I also got another purchase, and that is going to be the stuff that's going to go up here. So it's going to be a very interesting week this week. So instead of rambling on for too long, let's get right into this week's purchases. All right, so my first purchase this week is the Pat McAfee Elite WWE Build-A-Figure set. This was the Build-A-Figure with former WWE Tag Team Champion Nicholas. So I got this Pat McAfee to commemorate the fact that he is now a full-time WWE commentator. So as you can see on the front, he's got his chain over his shirt. As you can see, I guess that's the stuff for Nicholas on the side there with the WrestleMania shirt and the hands. So that's the Build-A-Figure portion of it. But yeah, so that's what Pat looks like. So he's looking really cool. And on the back here, we have the back picture, which is almost exactly what he's wearing in the figure there, because this is from that WrestleMania. So Pat McAfee lived out his lifelong dream at WrestleMania 38, first defeating Austin Theory, then going toe-to-toe against Mr. McMahon before sharing a beverage with the stunner-happy Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is the other guys in the Build-A-Figure set, which it's The Rock and John Cena and Trish Stratus. Heck of a class to be in there, to be honest. But yeah, this Pat McAfee is super cool, man. Like, he looks awesome. I'm super glad to be adding him into this collection. And I kind of have an idea of what I want to do with him and Corey Graves a little later on. So we'll see what we can do. All right, so we were talking about the Macho Man Randy Savage earlier. And, well, here he is. Ooh, yeah. Probably shouldn't be doing that. But you got to do it in honor of the big rubber guy, Macho Man Randy Savage. That's right. The Major Wrestling Figure Podcast is their official toy line. The Big Rubber Guys series, of course. You know that if a Macho Man figure comes out, I'm getting it. And I'm super happy to now add to the Demolition that I already have from this Big Rubber Guys set. So I'm glad to add the Macho Man into this collection. As you can see, he's in his classic WWE gear with the orange and the 3 stripes. He's got the bandana on, he's got the glasses, and he's in the signature Savage pose, which we know originally the LJN had the double bi, but this is the signature Savage pose. This looks super duper cool. Let's take a look at the back here. This is the set so far. I also have, of course, the Matt and Brian from this set. These are such heavy hitters here. Sergeant Slaughter, Marty Jannetty, Ric Flair, Andre the Giant, Macho Man Randy Savage, along with Demolition and the major players, Major Bendies. The Major Bendies is killing this. The Major Wrestling Figure Podcast is killing this. They are bringing the LJNs back to us. And there we see the Macho Man. And we're going to actually go a little bit more in depth. We're going to open this up and take a look at him out of the package. So as you can see, the packaging is super cool. You can kind of just unbuckle. And the card slips right out. Flip it right over. And think about how easy this is to open. I'm doing this all with one hand. This is pretty damn easy. We're going to move this out of the way here and look at that. Look at that. Is that not one of the most badass figures of maybe of the year? This could be one of the figures of the year. Look at that. I mean, that's legit an LJN Macho Man Randy Savage. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, it looks insane. There is, oh man, let's take a look at the back of him. He's got the Macho Man print on the back. This is so cool. Look at the detail in the hair. This is legit, just like an LJN figure. It's just like the continuation, legitimately continuation of this line right here with these big rubber guys. Major Wrestling Figure Podcast is killing it. This looks absolutely insane. And here we have the Mark Sterling Heels and Faces limited of 1 of 1200 edition Zombie Sailor toys designed by the legendary Ron Rudat. This figure is amazing. First of all, what a great picture of Mark on the box here. And if you can see how good that picture looks, let's compare it to what the figure looks like. Look at that. This is awesome. Zombie is just killing the game when it comes to these retro style figures. And we're going to get into the retro style figures in a little bit, but this one's actually going to live a little bit outside of the collection. And I think you guys know why. It's because I have the Major Pod shelf. So we're going to put Mark Sterling up on the Major Pod shelf. But look how great this looks. The red tie, the blue suit, the classic Mark Sterling look. Let's take a look at the back here. We have Smart Mark Sterling, 5'1". He weighs 199.3333 pounds, from Boston, Massachusetts. The most famous professional wrestling lawyer, the lawyer that fights for you, undefeated in the court of law. Great bio card there from Mark Sterling, as you can see there. That's the original Ron Rudat drawing of Mark Sterling there. Absolutely love that. And here's some of the other ones that are coming in the line. We have this Macho Man Randy Savage, which you know I'll be getting. Bloody Ric Flair, Andre the Giant, a one-man gang. You have Power and Glory with Slick Jack Tunney. The Road Warriors, Nick Gage and Matt Cardona, which I believe just came out recently. You have Todd Pettengill and Johnny Gargano, Bastion Booger. I mean, these are amazing. These are like works of art from Zombie, and he's killing it. But let's take another look here. This Mark looks great. Let's open it up and take a look and see what he looks like. All right, yeah, there he is. Look at that. Looking awesome there. He's got the blue suit. He's got the point to the head. So this figure is also articulated in the wrist and in the arm. So you can do like the I'm number one. He can do swivel, point to the head. He can do the I'm mad at you pose. So it's really cool that we have this articulation. I think I'm going to keep him in the classic point to the head pose here. Let's jack that finger up a little bit there. Boom. Right there. And we're going to put him up with everybody else. But this is an awesome figure. All right, well, we talked about that Mark was going to kind of live outside of the Zombie Sailor / retro / Hasbro world, and that's because he's on the Major WF Pod shelf. Dead center of the shelf here with Chelsea, Matt, and Brian. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the shelf here. There you go. So you got some Hawkins and Riders on the right. You got La Familia here on the left, and in the middle you have Mark Sterling, Chelsea Green, Brian, and Matt. This looks absolutely awesome. I absolutely love the way these figures look. They look awesome together. Let's get a little bit of a closer look here. There they are. There are the major players in all their glory. So a very, very awesome job by Zombie Sailor here on 3 of these 4 amazing retro style figures. All right, and the first of our 2 final and major purchases of the week. This is the official WWE Mattel Creations WrestleMania Retro Ring. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Retros have a new ring, and it's up on Mattel Creations. As you can see here in the front, look at how cool this box art is. You got the immortal Hulk Hogan out there with Big John Studd. You got Roddy Piper up in an airplane spin, courtesy of Mr. T. Muhammad Ali laying the smackdown like they would on WrestleMania 1 on Cowboy Bob Orton. Well, you know, I really wish they kind of would have made a Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. That would have really fit the more motif of the WrestleMania 1 thing they're going for here. But John Studd works too. I absolutely love this. This is so cool. I love the box art here. As you can see, it's got the official WrestleMania logo and the WWE logo. Let's take a look at the back. So here on the back, you have the WrestleMania logo there. You got that says a durable WWE mat, pro tension ropes, removable ring steps, and the removable title displays. The title displays are interesting because that could mean... It says championship title not included, but that can mean we might be getting retro titles soon, which would be awesome. As you can see, I guess this is the latest set, which we actually unboxed not too long ago. Hulk Hogan, Wendy Richter, Big John Studd, and Muhammad Ali. Look how sick this is. This is awesome. So now, this is the big deal, right? This is it. This is one of the big major purchases. This is interesting. It looks like, does this open this way? That's interesting. Oh, easy open. Look at that. A little bit of a new wrinkle in there. I gotta love that Mattel's always thinking about trying to make everything easier for their consumers. I really love the way that they run, they do their business. I just wish their online service was a little bit better, but not just, I think, Mattel in general. They've gotten better with everything. I think the only thing I can complain about with Mattel is actually not a Mattel problem. It's a Walmart problem because you can't get online orders from them. But that's a completely different situation for right now. I can't complain anything about this. This is awesome. This official retro ring will be put together, and today we'll see how it looks in a little bit. But obviously, I have to take down a lot of other things first. But yeah, I can't wait to open this up and see what this bad boy looks like. And big boy purchase number 2. This one's gonna knock your socks off, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. It's here. The WWE Ultimate Edition WCW Nitro ring. So this is the box that it's sent in, and we're gonna unbox this. We're gonna take this out and take a look to see what it looks like. All right, here we go. Look at this, the Ultimate WCW Nitro ring. It comes included with Eric Bischoff. That's right, an Eric Bischoff elite figure in here. He's 5'10" from Detroit, Michigan, the roundhouse kick, the president of WCW. Here it is in all of its glory, the WCW Nitro ring. Look at how sick this looks. It's got the red turnbuckle pads. It's got the WCW Nitro logo. It's got the Nitro logos on the sides. You got Bischoff in the middle here. It comes with the fabric Nitro ring skirts, with the fabric turnbuckles and the Nitro ring posts. You got the ultimate, I'm sorry, I said it was in the elite. It's an ultimate edition Eric Bischoff with swappable heads and hands. Lifelike detail and authenticity. This is sick. Look at the size of this thing. It's massive. I love it. I can't wait. I can't wait. Let's take a look at the back of this thing. Oof, this is actually, this is a struggle to even pick up and move around with one hand. A nice view of the Eric Bischoff we're getting here. It comes, obviously, as you can see, with the white shirt and an NWO shirt. It's got the WCW logo on the microphone. Absolutely sick. This looks great. I cannot wait to open this up. This is now going to go up on the same spot where the retros are now, and then all of our WCW guys are going to go over there. So it's going to be a very interesting way to do everything. But I can't wait to open this up and show you guys how awesome it's going to look. This also is one of those things where I'm super happy to get this, but I am upset that the ring stage was never backed. So this is now just going to sit up there solo, but still a very cool piece here. All right, so the next step is to now take apart this whole entire shelf behind me. They're all going to come down. They're going to go up onto the empty place that I set. I'm going to take those Macho Man things off, put them someplace temporarily, and then I kind of have an idea what I want to do with them afterwards. And yeah, and then once we have that then out, done, and situated, we can build the rings. The WCW ring will then be put up here. The other retro ring will then be put with this retro ring right here behind me up on top, with all these guys behind me and everybody on the shelf below here on these risers as well. Of course, obviously right behind me here, we have the riser starting over here, so everything is going to go up there. So I'm gonna hope we have enough room. We're gonna see what it looks like once we take it down. I'm gonna take everything off. So for the benefit of everyone watching, I'm gonna do everything in 2 parts by just then taking everything down and then bringing it back, putting it back to set everything all up. So it's gonna be intense. It's gonna take me a little while to do, but that's the game, right? I can't wait to see how this all looks. So let's get started. Now that everything's taken down, the next thing to figure out is how we're going to put everything up. So let's take a look at how I have the shelves positioned here, and let's just see how we're going to work this here. So this is where we're at right now. So if I use those display shelves right there, I can get all those, all those figures on the top, and I'm probably able to get a ring here, and then do everything in the middle. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put one of the rings out, see how it looks, and then also the other issue that I'm just thinking about now is if I put a ring here, right? And I put her, and then whoever's on this display is probably gonna get lost behind the ring, right? So maybe I'm better off doing the rings maybe to the back, putting these on the side so you don't kind of lose them. Gonna have to figure this out. Because the idea is that you don't want to lose anybody, right, on here, and it's gonna be a big thing. So, and if they're elevated, they're only gonna be elevated a little bit off the ground. Obviously, they're gonna be elevated higher in the ring. Gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have to play around with this a little bit. All right, so here's our ring up there, and as you can see, if we're going to be building a second one, it looks like I'm going to have just enough room for both rings up there. So what I think I'm going to have to do is put both rings up here, and, oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room. This may not work the way that I want it to, but we're going to just have to go with it. I mean, I guess what I'm going to have to do is put the other ring up there and then see, maybe I can put the risers on the sides if I can get them close enough. We're going to have to just figure it out as we go along. So that means the next step is to build a ring and measure it out to see what it looks like up on top. So let's put the ring together and see how it looks. All right, so here it is, all set up, the brand new WWE Retro ring. As you can see, I use the WrestleMania logo in the middle to kind of differentiate them. I have the WWE logo. You can't really even see it in here with the guys in there. I have the WWE logo on there, so I figured, all right, let's do the retro WrestleMania logo on here. Let's get the WrestleMania 2 logo, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to put some of the, retro guys that kind of fit into more of this time period. So we're going to pack this out, see where it leaves us. But as you can see, not a lot of room in the middle. All right, so after careful deliberation, this is what our display looks like right now. So as you notice, this is the retros here. This is all the retros. Basically, the ring was kept the same, almost. I kind of just changed some people around a little bit, but for the most part, the ring is kind of, the same as what it was here. We have the ECW contingent over here. Those are all, I believe, zombie sailor toys and cellas that are all over there. Then we have more like the Attitude Era over here up in front. We have over here the Mattel Retros mostly here with some zombie sailors mixed in. They are over here inside the new ring. So as you can see, the new ring isn't filled out, and this space isn't filled out, and this space isn't filled out. I'm anticipating I'm going to be getting more of these. So I'm not going to overcrowd everybody. And I think everybody is probably asking the question, well, Albert, where are the Hasbros? Well, there's the problem, right? So the issue became Hasbros just don't fit. And no matter how I sliced it and put the rings up there, I thought that maybe I would have enough room with depth, or I have enough room with length in order to fit things in, but just nothing was working. So I took down those other shelves, and as of right now, I just kind of placed my Hasbros inside the old display here. and they're kind of just chilling there. Don't worry, they're not really laying much up on top of each other, so they're not hurting each other. I believe me, I'm very paranoid about that stuff. I think you guys know I'm a collector. I'm not gonna accidentally, intentionally ruin my my guys over there, but they're gonna chill over there for a little bit because the other thing has to go up there. We're gonna have to build a specialty shelf for those Hasbros somewhere. I'm already working on figuring out what I can do. I'm actually thinking about maybe putting them on the risers where the Macho Man shelves are, and maybe putting the Macho Man shelves somewhere else. You know, wheels are turning. Things are going to happen because at this point, kind of in like a no-win situation here. Something's going to inevitably not going to be able to go up because I miscalculated. So, all right, so we're going to stop here this week, and then we're going to resume everything next week. So I came into a couple of unfortunate snags, and I kind of had to build the ring a little bit later than I wanted to. I don't want to hold up me dropping any more episodes for any longer, so I figure I may as well just put this one out there. Then we're going to come back. We're going to rebuild everything. We're going to put up the WCW collection. We're going to figure out what we're going to do with our Hasbros. Then we're going to figure out what we're going to do in the space underneath this WCW section. So there's a lot more to come. So just real quick, I just want to throw out there that I announced on Twitter that I'll be ending this show at episode 52. I promised myself I would run a full year of Toy Room shows, and I'm almost there. So I'm going to do a full 52 episodes, a full year's worth of Toy Room renovation episodes. But I'll be back. I might do little snippets, shorter clips of me opening up new figures that I get. I might just be showing off new additions that I have to my collection, or how I'm changing things up. But with that being said, I think that this has really been the most eventful year of my collecting experience, and I'm really happy that I've gotten to document all the process that I've made. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you to each and every one of you that tuned in, whether it was for 1 second of one episode or for everyone and anywhere in between. I'm really thankful for all of you. This isn't the end of this channel. There's going to be more stuff coming. But, you know, we're just not going to do this weekly anymore. So I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for all your support. So with that being said, I'll see you guys for the rest of this episode. And thank you guys again for everything.